All right, folks, XRP gets bullish again. It's Thursday, September 18th, and if you weren't bullish before, Jerome Powell took the stand yesterday and the Fed delivered that 25 basis point rate cut. We got some good news lined up for you here in today's show. I appreciate you for stopping by. We are checking out here at the River Inn in Seaside, Oregon, and we're about to head on out back down to the road to our next destination. But it has been popping off here. We were watching it. I gave you the update yesterday, and I was pleasantly surprised that we did not see as much of a pullback as I thought that we were after Jerome Powell delivered the rate cut and gave his speech. He didn't say anything too hawkish, and we're going to give you the breakdown real quick here in today's video. Everything is at ZachRector.com, and we also have some quick links down below. Summary of the Fed decision. The Fed cuts rates by 25 bips. First rate cut of 2025. Finally. Too late, Jerome Powell. Median projection shows 50 basis points in additional rate cuts for 2025. That's the big one. More rate cuts on the way. They are bringing it back down. The median projection. And Governor Moran, he actually descended in favor of a 50 basis point rate cut yesterday. Now, we get 25 basis points, but we did have one dissent there from Governor Moran. And so the tide has shifted here. Rate cuts, not only did we get one, we got a few more on the way, and this has made everyone flip bullish once again. Now, they do warn the downside risks to employment have risen. 6 Fed officials see no more rate cuts in 2025, but 9 see 2 additional rate cuts in 2025. The Fed is shifting their focus to the labor market. And so there's clearly some Fed governors that still want to stick it to President Trump, right? But the overwhelming majority, 9 versus the 6, want to deliver more rate cuts. And so this is sending our markets back up. Now, I'm going to show you the chart here on XRP. Now, goodness gracious, guys, let me take a deep breath. I try so hard to simplify my market outlook and analysis, whether it be short term, medium time frames, longer time frames, 1 to 2 years out, right? And I try to make this easy and simple for everybody to understand how I'm seeing it, how I'm positioned, and if I'm wrong, you can do whatever you want. You can say I suck, you can smash the thumbs down, you can let me know how you really feel. It's okay. But I just try to be transparent. And I was pretty surprised to see that our pullback that I was expecting yesterday, remember, I was saying buy the rumor, sell the news event. We did get a pullback below $3, like I warned about, but it did come in very quickly. If you didn't take advantage of it, and literally you had about 15 minutes, it was gone, right? So you could tell when we were expecting the Fed to start giving us that rate cut decision, and when Jerome Powell was going to start speaking, was this volatility that came in all through here. And so right before the rate cut was delivered, we popped up to 306, and then as soon as it was delivered, this is where we came back down to 298 very quickly. And this is why I always encourage you guys to have your orders placed. Don't wait around and try to hit the buy button. You know, you're trying to hit buy while all of this is happening and that volatility is coming in. Have your limit order set. Jerome Powell's going to speak. Rate cut decision. There might be a little bit of a pullback. Zach said it might go below $3 briefly. Set that order right there at 298. Boom. Fills up, and then you're back off to the races. You can't be waiting around. And this works on the top side when you're looking to sell off. Same thing. Set those limit orders, set it, forget it, and let the order books fill you up. Now, we're looking here once again at this chart, 15-minute chart zoomed in. We cleared it out to 298. The market makers were able to push it down briefly below $3 before we gained it back, and we went all the way up here to 311. Quick back test at 305. That was good to see. And now we're back above 310. We went all the way up to basically 314 earlier this morning. Absolutely love to see it. The bullish momentum has returned on XRP, and we're not done, folks. Check it out. Neats bucks per the block. Ripple met. And by the way, for those of you guys wondering at home, yes, I am still long XRP. You know, even though I thought there was a little pullback, I kept my XRP long opened up, and we are well into profit at this point. But we got Ripple meeting with the US and UK governments to discuss crypto cooperation between nations yesterday. We also have Charles Hoskinson saying that Ripple met with US Congress to discuss US crypto bills today. Safe to say that Ripple is in the inner circle of influence as usual. Absolutely. Picks or it didn't happen. That would be Monica Long, the president of Ripple, right there on Capitol Hill. Absolutely love to see it. There's your proof. Good. Love it. Eleanor Terrett, let's get it. We got the scoop here yesterday from Eleanor on the SEC approves a generic listing standard for commodity-based trust shares on the NASDAQ, CBOE, and the New York Stock Exchange. A move that will streamline the approval process for crypto exchange-traded products. Experts say that the new standard will let products come to market faster and could usher in a wave of new crypto ETPs. Still, the floodgates aren't fully open just yet. Importantly, the generic listing standards don't open up every type of crypto ETP just yet, but there are certain threshold standards that means there's more work to go, and I expect the SEC will eventually iterate on these standards. Now, I saw a post from Matt Hoogan, Chief Investment Officer of Bitwise, and he says that we're about to see the floodgates open up on ETFs, right? When this generic standard, and he cites in 2019, they listed generic standards for other ETFs, and basically we saw the amount of ETPs filed every year double, right? And so this is going to happen now for crypto, right? The SEC is finalizing all of this guidance, and then basically you're not going to have to go get individually approved for each one. It's just going to be straight to market. And that's exactly what the SEC is doing right here. We got this one dropping yesterday. SEC approves Grayscale Digital Large Cap Fund for trading, which includes the following cryptocurrencies: Bitcoin, ETH, XRP, Solana, and Cardano. Absolutely love to see it. And we've been warning that this is one of the first basket ETFs that was going to go live. We knew that Grayscale had it. They had removed XRP during the lawsuit. Then they added it back. And the big thing that I've been warning about is that these guys don't have enough allocation towards XRP, right? They do, 20% Bitcoin, 10% Ethereum, and then they keep XRP down there in third place. Big mistake. For those of us with 90% allocation towards XRP, we can tell you the proof is in the pudding, and it's also in the P&L, the profit and loss statement, which is doing really good right now. How about a XRP spot ETF? You guys want it? You got it. Rex Osprey XRP ETF, going by the ticker XRPR, opens at $25.82 per share. That is on Robinhood. How are you doing? We love to see it. So not only do we have basket ETFs going live, we have the XRP ETF from Rex Osprey going live, along with the Doge. So if you want to get some exposure to Doge, there you go. And I joked about this. And here it is, another prediction that we did get right. I know people want to try to find every little thing that we get wrong, but I warned that they were going to suppress and kick XRP one last time by having our ETFs going live, included in basket ETFs, with the Dogecoin ETFs going live, with the Bonk Coin, Trump Coin, and Fart Coin ETFs going live. That's the final way that they've tried to attack XRP, but it's okay. The floodgates are opening up. This is the first of many ETFs that are going to be going live for XRP. And at the end of the day, we've always just been asking for a level playing field. Do the Bonk, do the Trump, do the silly, do the cat. We don't care, because at the end of the day, we know who the institutions are choosing. And you're going to see. It's time to put up or shut up for every single crypto project, because you'll have no more excuses. When that Clarity Act passes, we already have the stablecoin legislation, and now the ETFs go live. There's no more excuses. If the institutions aren't choosing your project, we're going to be able to tell. We will be able to see. No ETFs, no digital asset treasury companies, no institutional adoption. We will be able to see. No more lies. This big facade that this space is put on. Oh yeah, we got institutional partners. We're buddy, shoulder to shoulder with this group. We took a picture with this group. Yeah, but did they use your tokens? Are they using your tokens at all? That's the difference between XRP and a handful of other good utility projects and 99% of this space, which is playing around. But folks, I wanted to make you guys aware. Obviously, the ETF's going live, very exciting, and it's going to open up the floodgates for that 401k money, right? 401ks, pension funds, now they're going to get exposure through these ETFs. The good news is that our partner over here at iTrust Capital has gotten folks exposure to crypto before the ETFs came. So huge shout out to iTrust for allowing, right, our community to front run the institutions before they go live, and most of them are going to get exposure through the ETFs. iTrust Capital, just a great platform here. I wanted to show you guys this. We have the official link down below in the description. Head on over to iTrust Capital, and we have a special offer, $100 funding bonus when you fund your account. Now, you can learn how iTrust Capital's powerful premium custody account and tax advantage crypto IRA platforms can help you build your financial future. Kick off your crypto investing journey here. We got a promo code. It's Rector9. Okay. Now they have the IRA, right? Traditional Roth, SEP, and then they have the premium custody account, institutional grade custody, 1% trading fees. Buy and sell crypto 24/7, low cost, no monthly fee. So I love this. I'm so glad that we've partnered up with them because you can also, once again, do your 401k. You can do the premium custody account. The other thing I like right here is they do precious metals too. So they got it fully covered. $75 over spot is their gold transaction fee. $325 over spot on silver is the transaction fee there. And then on cryptocurrency, you just have a flat 1%, no monthly or annual fee. Absolutely love to see it. And once again, use promo code Rector9 to get that additional $100 when you create your account. Huge shout out to iTrust Capital for helping out the community. Appreciate it. Okay, now we're not done. Absolutely not. Repo transaction volume is well into the tens of trillions globally, near 12 trillion in the United States in 2024 itself. And DBS Bank and FTI Global and Ripple will together enable the first ever repo trade for a tokenized money market fund with ROUSD, a regulated, stable, and liquid mode of exchange. This is Jack McDonald retweeting the announcement from Ripple. And I want you guys to know, we were called crazy for talking about tens of trillions coming on chain. 12 trillion in the US in 2024 alone, right? We were called insane. Lock these guys up in the insane asylum. Now, we have DBS Bank FTI Global to establish repo markets powered by tokenized collateral and stablecoins. Investors will be able to use ROUSD to trade for Franklin Templeton's money market fund, SG Benji, tokenized on the XRP ledger and listed. and once again, let me reread that. Once again, investors will be able to use this ROUSD to trade for Franklin Templeton's money market fund, tokenized on the XRP ledger, not on Ethereum, not on Stellar, not on another chain, not on a side chain, on the public XRP ledger, and listed on DBS's digital exchange, earning yield and opening new liquidity venues. Institutional momentum is building on chain. Like I said at the beginning, if you weren't bullish before yesterday's rate cut, you were going to be bullish after today's video, folks, because we are not done. It is just coming in heavy right now. Hunter Horsley, 6 to 12 months from now, the big story in crypto is going to be credit and borrowing. It will explosively grow over the next few years. Two vectors, there's nearly $4 trillion of crypto and growing. When people can borrow against this crypto rather than sell, they will. There's also over 60 trillion in public equities alone in the United States. As assets tokenize, someone with 7,000 of a stock will be able to borrow against that for the first time on chain. Crypto is going to reshape capital markets. It's just getting started. Back to the last point from Ripple though. What I love about Ripple and the XRP ledger is the same tools, the same DeFi and capabilities that they're making available for the institutions are the same ones that we'll be able to use on the XRP ledger in a completely decentralized way. We literally get to be our own bank. We can lend to our friends, our family, just random people on the ledger. Like, we literally become our own bank because the way that Ripple's doing this on the XRP ledger, along with the other XRP ledger developers, remember, it's not just Ripple building on the XRPL. You have banks and institutions now coming in and tokenizing on the XRP ledger. We also have hundreds of developers and validators on the XRP ledger as well. Combined, they are building out these tools, capabilities, functions for XRP DeFi to explode. And the institutions are coming in at the same time that retail is going to switch over. And this is going to be the big unlock when folks realize, oh wait, XRP is not just a banker's coin. I can become my own bank by owning XRP, holding my XRP, lending out against it, earning yield. You can do it in a completely decentralized way. There's also going to be centralized providers coming this way. And he who has the gold makes the rules. So it's going to be up to you and me as far as what we're willing to accept on the terms, the rates, the deals that are going to be presented in front of us. He or she who has the gold will be making the rules. And that's going to be us, folks. I just want to say God bless all of you guys. Thank you so much for all of your support. Family and I are having a great trip here. We're going to be back on the road today. Had a great time in Seaside, Cannon Beach yesterday. Saw those big elk. I thought one of them was going to charge my vehicle. It was actually pretty scary. It was a lot of fun, though, seeing those big elk. And so I just want to say thank you for everybody for putting up. Sorry we haven't had the regular live shows, but I've been trying to keep the updates coming because the market's clearly moving. We're back bullish again. And boy, are we going to make a lot of money. A lot of money. Appreciate you guys. We'll see you in the next one. God bless you all.